Thank you for being with me today. If you're new to the channel, we create with our recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies. We're very relaxed here. We like to inspire each other here. We're innovative, creative. We sometimes come up with ideas as we're talking between me and you and the viewers, you and me. So with that, if you jump on aboard, it's free. So if you're coming back, thank you so much for coming back, and thank you for having a cup of coffee with me today. For those of you who've been with me a while, you know if I don't have the coffee and then I start to lose my voice, it just sounds terrible. So you don't want me to lose my voice. So this is New England coffee. That's what this is here. New England. So I'm not an affiliate, but I just figure I'd let you know what it is. I'm having hazelnut, and it's very good, very good. But I gotta tell you, there's another coffee. Here in Vermont, we have some little coffee makers, and one is the Vermont Coffee Company. I really, really like their coffee. I really do. I believe they're in Middlebury, Vermont, and I gotta put this on for a moment, and then we're gonna go over. Wait till you see. Wait till you see what I'm doing with my chakra meditation blanket. So for those of you coming back, thank you for coming back so much. And everyone, keep your comments up. And you know something I'm not good at saying, and I should say at the beginning of this. First of all, I want to thank everybody. We're at like 2,000. It's like go up one, down two, whatever it kind of does that. But we hit 2,000, which is really great for such a tiny little channel. So, so with that, I guess I really should get better at saying, yeah, subscribe, like, comment, or ask questions. I have noticed, hold on one second, please. The crochet is such a popular topic for everyone. Subject or craft, art. It's an art because I do the intuitive or the innovative crochet, or the creative. I do the creative crochet, which you see what I have on this table. So, but before we do that, a couple things I want to share with you. So because we have such an interest in the crochet community, I was contemplating starting another channel for just crochet. So instead of that, because a lot of crocheters who come here are very interested also in the Boro Sashiko, or in some type of different sewing ideas. So we're going to keep the crochet projects on this channel. And what I'm going to do is make a very specific time very soon in my organizational tool that I want to actually share with you how I do my organizational notes, but and I will soon. But so with that, what I'm going to do is a playlist for just the crochet videos that we've done. So the Boro Sashiko inspired totally do outweigh the crochet, but we're going to be focusing more on it because so many people are interested in it. So today I was going to jump on and do the Tunisian. We are going to do the Tunisian. And let me show you if you're going to join me on that. I had to dig out my Tunisian crochet hook. So this is a Tunisian crochet hook. Let me just show you. We're not going to do it in this clip. We're going to do it in the next clip today. It is not difficult at all. I'm just going to bring you along with me, because with Tunisian, you need a couple of rows to get started, and then you kind of work it. But guess what? You could just work it from the actually the second row. You could do it that way too. But so this is, let me tell you how long this is. And the Tunisian crochet hook is distinguishable because, well, first of all, you see how much bigger it is. Hi, Layton. Hi, how are you? Welcome. Good morning. Happy Sunday morning. So, the Tunisian crochet hook is about, this one is about 9. It is big, isn't it? It's about, now, I've done Tunisian on the regular hooks. Granted, it's a small, very small piece. The reason the Tunisian crochet hooks, this one's even signed, guys. This is a, look, this is a 19 point, if you can see it. Can you see that? 19.35. And the name on there is Flow. You know what's weird about this? Oh my gosh. I was just asked, I do pay attention to the synchronicities. I was just asked when I was picking up my artwork from the last exhibit, do you want the next exhibit, do you want to be in it? Is the theme is flow. Maybe I'll make a Tunisian piece. Yeah, because a lot of people don't see the Tunisian pieces. So that the reason the Tunisian crochet hook is like this is because what you do is gather a bunch of the loops onto your crochet hook. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate, I really do. I have to get better at asking people to subscribe. But look, so, first I was kind of, I almost feel like I was ungrateful, and I have to be careful with that. I have to really focus on my meditation. Gratefulness is very important for me to focus on. And wait till you see these pieces here. Just wait till you see these. These pieces are going to help me focus. But I do focus, I do meditate on gratefulness. Because with the YouTube channel, I'm just like, oh, I'll get subscribers and oh, we're doing the channel. Oh, what's important is just, I'm doing the videos and people are watching and I don't need to. But you know what I'm finding out? So the more subscriptions I have, so the more benefits we get. I'm not talking about money because I totally, like mentally and emotionally, cannot depend on YouTube for money. I can't go that way. I don't know how the YouTubers do it. I think they get very nervous and tired and stressed. What I do is I focus heavily on communicating in the community and different communities on different things I can do to be part of the art community, whether it's being an art and craft vendor, whether it's, I know, right? And I was at 2,000 late, and I was. But you get to that point that it goes down a little bit, it goes up and down. That's why I'm like, I can't depend, but I do want to be mindful and I want to be grateful that as we get more subscribers, we get more benefits. There's more things you and I can do. One of the things I'm finding out, if I can get to the 2,000, I should get over the 2,000 before we do this. But one of the things I want to do are the polls. Like take a poll. I want to know, for example, I could hold up these 2 crochet pieces and say, which one do you want to learn first? Or what do you think is the prettiest? Or, we could do polls. So I want to do that. I want to do that. And we've worked so hard. We've been on here years, literally. And really, all of us, some of you have just stuck with me through thick and thin and all of it. So anyway, I will show you the Tunisian. We will walk through it step by step this afternoon, okay? And so if you don't have a Tunisian crochet hook, just try to get the larger hook that you have for the minute, because you're only going to learn the stitch. It's not important that you count stitches and everything else. Okay, so that's the Tunisian. So we're going to put that to the side. Now I want to show you, I'm going to put the, I don't know how to do this. Yeah, I guess I should put the camera down. Let me just move. I get a little jar like this, just to tell you, and pick out my favorite. These are my favorite hooks. I do like the metal. Now I was gifted with these hooks, and they're ergonomic hooks, if you haven't gotten them. So for me, I do use these once in a while, and to trying to get used to them, but and I do like them, but for years I use these. This is the tiniest of them. Look how tiny that is. That is, if I can, I can't even see the HI. It's probably like a E. It is. It's an E. I thought it was an E. Well, happy birthday! Happy birthday to everyone who has a birthday out there. Because I know there's thousands of people today. But happy birthday specifically to you. So, okay. We're going to put the camera down. I'm going to show you what I've done. Now talk to you. And sip my coffee if that's okay. So I hope you can see. I don't want to push that off. I hope you can see this table. I'm trying to, when I do things like this, okay. I guess I can just move them like over this way. So these are, if you look at these are all different shapes. I decided to just lay them out. I laid out just the circles. By the way, we're going to do this one today. I should have told you that before. We're going to do the sunburst today like this because I think this is so pretty. And for those of you who are interested in the treble, you can get more practice with me today. So get your hook out. And we should do a triangle. So we may do a couple today. If you'd like to do a triangle, we'll do a triangle. Isn't this adorable? You've seen these before, but I haven't laid them out. I'm trying to figure out a way to get a really good picture of these. So let me just take this. I don't know if I can flip this. Yeah, I can flip it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to step back. Because now you're going to see one of my model heads. Don't get scared. You want to do a triangle? Okay, we'll do a triangle first. So this is how they look laid out. Okay? That's the model head I told you not to get afraid of. But anyway, now, so you see the circles, you see the granny squares. Personally, I'm kind of liking this. Like, I like this, okay? What kind of blanket is it? It would be just like a geo blanket. Because you could put order to it like this. You could put more order to it. These are not really all the same size, but you could do something like that. Look, you could put, we might do something like that, okay? The granny squares and then our little chakra in the middle. Why are the granny squares working for the chakra meditation mandala blanket? Because guess what? These are circles. These are mandalas. These are mandalas with the frame around them. Okay. So, what did I just do with my, oops, sorry about that. I just lost my little stand there. Okay, so this is what, oops, sorry. This is what I'm going to do. Let's get this. Now, I am setting up a room specifically for art because we really, really need that on this channel. I don't know what I just did with my little stand. Okay, I guess it fell somewhere. Okay, so I'm just going to stand you up. Oh, here it is. I'm just going to stand you up right here, and we're going to start the triangle. Okay. Now that you've had a whole Pandora type of panning of the art hub here. Okay, so this one was an intuitive piece that we did. Okay, and this is the sunburst. So I guess what we could do If you wanted, we could do, this is so pretty though. I was going to do this one in different color. It's really pretty. Okay, we'll do that after we do the triangle. Let's do the triangle first. So with the triangle, I feel like I need more of the brighter colors. So I'm going to kind of go ahead with, we'll make white for the center for our triangle. And I am going to use, I like my purple hook here. It's a little bit smaller. Now I'll use the blue, which is J. I'm going to use J, which I typically do. Oh, before we get started, I do want to share something else with you. This will give you a chance to get your crochet stuff together if you're going to make a triangle with us. Okay, but look. So I shared these a long time ago, but they're really cute. Now I am not into the tarot, or I don't even know the right way to say it, tarot. Look at this. You know what this is? Someone gifted me. I think my son did gift me with these. I want to show you these. I've had these for years now. So look what it is. It's yarn tarot cards. We're going to take a video and go through these because I just thought it was super interesting. And I do like the pictures here. Whoops. So anyway, they're for crocheters, knitters, spinners, and weavers. The only thing I draw caution to tarot cards is that whatever they're communicating, because I have some angel cards and I love the way they communicate because it's all like positive, and I have no tolerance for the negative. There's just so much negative all over the place that I have no tolerance, but we're going to check those out and see how those are. So, okay, so we're going to make a granny square triangle, okay? And so we're just going to chain, you can chain 4 or 5. I'm going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I like the center to be open a little tiny bit. You see how that's open? That's what I like. If you don't, this one is just, you can see it. Maybe you can't see it. This one you can. I like the center open. So now slip stitch. Okay. And now you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then what you're going to do is go back in the same space, right where you chain 3. And you're going to do a double crochet. Just like you would make a regular double crochet. And you're just going to make in the same space, you're going to make another double crochet. Okay. Now I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. The reason I'm chaining 3 is because when I go around the next time, I want to be able to have enough space to make 2 sets of 3 double crochets. Okay, so go right back into the center of your little circle. Oops, I didn't go in the center, I'm sorry. You want to make sure you go in the center because these are so close now. Okay, so now I'm going to do 3 regular double crochets. I just did 1. This is 2. And this is 3. I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go in the center again. Something's off here. Hold on a second. Oh, you know what it is? I didn't go completely in the center. So let's start over. So that does happen. I mean, because you've got the different, it's so small. You've got the different little loops. You know what I did? I went in this loop right next to it. I didn't go in my center. So we're going to make sure we go in the center. 1, 2, 3. And now, yeah, see how there's a space above it? I went in there. So you got to go in the center. Okay. Now we're going to do 2 more double crochets. So that's how you start it. You chain 3 and then you do your 2 double crochets. Okay. Now we have 3 technically double crochets and we're chaining 3. Now we're going to go in the center. I don't know if you can see that. The tail is in the way. Okay. And we're going to do 3 separate double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3. And this is the spot too that you want to focus on your height and your tension and try to keep it the same if you can. Now you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, you chain 3 and now you're going back into the center and you're just simply going to do 3 double crochets, 3 separate double crochets, no clusters or anything like that. Just 3 separate double crochets. And then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to connect with a slip knot. See the space there? Some people, they'll see the space and try to fill it with more, like, oh, I didn't do enough double crochet. No, 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 you're done. Don't put any more there. Just chain 3 and then slip knot right at the top of the chain there. And let me clip this. Okay. Now this is the beginning of our triangle. Okay. So let's get the little tails out of the way so we can take a good look at it. Now, using an embroidery needle will really help you go through and weaving these much quicker than and better. Well, I want to say more secure than a crochet hook. Okay. So now I'm just going to pull these through. You see, I'm pulling them through the back. Okay, because you want to hide your tails, but you don't want your tails to be too short because, and I've done that on occasion, and what happens is they spike up. They kind of start to stick up. So if they're longer, then they have somewhere to go, you know, somewhere to hide, so to speak. You can weave them in and out so that they don't come out easily. Okay, so this is the beginning of your triangle. Now, for the next part, for your next round, what you're going to do is just pick another color. And, you know, this little triangle, seriously, these are so cute. Like, you could just simply use that as just a little granny square. You could. But let's pick a color that's going to complement it. And something that's bright. How about orange? Orange is nice and bright. So it's not like the prettiest of colors. But okay, now just pick a space, any of your 3 chain spaces, and make a little slip knot, and then you're going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Because that counts as your first double, whoops, sorry. That counts as your first double crochet. This morning I really, maybe I need to get my coffee out of the way. And guess what? It's snowing again. We have been getting snow really like every day here. Like not tons of it, not like over in Lake Michigan or the Great Lakes. It's like they're getting like 3 feet in places. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now we're going to make a double crochet, and then we're going to make another double crochet, just like how we did on the first round. Now the second round here, in these spaces, this is where your triangle starts to get some definition. So what you want to do is chain right here, 1, 2, 3. And then you're going into the same space where you just did 3 separate double crochets, and you're going to do 3 separate double crochets again. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, I was counting my loops here. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have 2 sets of 3 double crochets. So now I want to, this is where not, hopefully you don't get confused here, but this is now, you're only going to chain 2. 1, 2. Okay, because you want to get a little pull, and the only places that you're chaining 3 is in your spaces when you're making 2 sets of double crochet. Okay, so we're going to go in that space, and now we're just going to make 3 separate double crochets. And these are not clusters. Clusters are when you're going from one double crochet to the next multiple times. These are 3 separate double crochets. So now I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and in the same space, I'm going to, or I should say chain space or 3 chain space, I'm going to do 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to chain 2 because I completed that corner and this corner. And I'm going to my next space. When you are done with making 2 sets of double crochets, that's when you chain 2. When you're working in that space, making your 2 sets of double crochets, that's when you chain 3 in between them. Okay, so here's my third space or chain space, and I'm going to make 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going back in that same space, and I'm going to make 3 more double crochet. And then we're going to chain 2, and we're going to connect or do a slip stitch at, when you did your chain 3 here, you're going to slip stitch at the top of that chain. 1, 1, 2, 3. If it doesn't look right when you connect it, disconnect it and connect it again. Okay, and we're going to slip stitch A lot of times what I do is bring these together, tie a little knot, and then weave them together. But this isn't that adorable? It's your little triangle. So that is a granny square triangle. I'm definitely, now I could do another round. And do you want another round, guys? And we'll add it to the blanket here. So that way I can add it to the chakra blanket. So some of you are like, well, white isn't a chakra color and you're doing a meditation blanket. But white is. Now when you look at the varying colors, like all the rainbow colors, really technically are the same colors as the chakra. So you're looking at those, and you will see the variations of the colors from like red to orange, like all the colors there, and then orange to yellow, and the chakra. So the orange here is the representative or the color where I would meditate and say, thank you for my creativity. I look for inspiration. I am happy to be inspired. I enjoy the inspiration and I want to act on that. I want to create when I'm inspired. So the white might fall more into the area of the crown chakra. Okay, so the next color, I'm going to show you the next round because I think it will help you. Okay, so let's do the next round, and we will do I kind of now take away. I'm looking for, okay, here. This is a pretty blue. This pink is, you know what, we're going to go with this pink because this is pretty. And I was going to go with this anyway. I do like this. It's a lighter weight, but we'll go with it. Okay, so what you're going to do now is just locate your areas where you have your 2 sets of double crochets in your space. Choose that space or any of those spaces. So choose a corner. Okay. And you're going to start the same way. You're going to do your slip stitch. Okay. We'll bring this a little closer so you can see, because I feel like I'm trying to lean forward. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. So, whoops. And you can tie the knot here. I usually don't, but sometimes I do. And it's like you can tie it there or you can tie it at the end. But if it's slipping out of your way, just kind of get that slip stitch in place. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you start with your chain 3. And now you just do, the next one is a double crochet. And then your next is another double crochet. And then we're going to chain 3. Did our 3 double crochets, then we chain 3. Or technically, because you have a chain, you start with a chain 3. I think that's the only thing that might confuse people, but once you get that down, you're totally good to go. Okay, so there's double crochet 1, double crochet 2, and double crochet 3. Okay, now you're going to chain 2. And in this space, okay, you're on your 3rd round. You're not going to do you're not going to do 2 sets of 3 double crochets because it's not a corner. So that's how you're going to distinguish that. You see it's on the side. So you're simply doing 3 double crochets. This is just your traditional triangle. There's so many variations to this, but you're just going to do 3. Okay, you see your little corner there. Okay, now I'm going to chain 2. And I'm sorry, my yarn is getting mixed up there, hopefully not too badly, but now we're going to go into a corner chain space. So we're going to do 3 double crochets, our first set anyway. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And the red, for those of you not familiar with the chakra, the red is safety, advocacy, protection. I like to say I have the right to be safe. I have the right to be protected. This is 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet. We are born with the God-given right to be safe. Okay, so that's another corner. Now I can see clearly I'm on, this is not a corner. Okay, it's not a corner space. So I did my corner, so now I'm just going to chain 2. And then here I'm going to do, oops, let me get my yarn, is getting a little, it's starting to, this is the thing, I want to start really taking some time to just kind of get them into better condition. I think I got enough there to finish, or maybe not, but we'll try. Okay, so we're on 2, so 2 chains. So now we're going to do 3 double crochets here. 1, 2, 3. And I guess you could think of that as your 2 chain space. Okay, that's where you would just do 1 set of 3 double crochets. So now you're going to chain 2, and this is your corner space. So now we're going to do 2 sets of 3 double crochet again. 1, 2, 3. So you see the corners, you always have 3 corners, but in between your spaces are increasing. So 1, 2, 3. Always do 3 chain between your sets of double crochet because you need that space to make 2 more sets of 3 double crochet. So you need that space. That's why you're chaining 3. You need the room. Okay. This is really wants to knot quite badly. So let's just get enough to finish. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to chain 2 because we just finished a corner. And this is our chain 2 space, and we're just going to do 1 set of 3 double crochets. And look, we're just about, this is pretty. This reminds me of a popsicle. The white and the orange, like the orange, you know, the orange popsicles that they used to have. It just kind of does. I don't know, and this is color is like a raspberry. So now I'm going to chain 2. Okay, and I'm going in the top here, top stitch, doing slip stitch to connect. This is adorable. And this is good size. So I definitely, I really do feel good about adding my triangles to the chakra meditation blanket. Now, if you want a more definitive structure, let's say you want this to look more triangular, there's a couple things you can do. You can do, if I have it, you could put the little picots at the top. Okay, you could put the picots. It's just a chain 3, little loop it down. You can either do that by just kind of doing a single crochet or slip stitching around and then chain 3, loop it. Okay, and it makes it more definitive. Or the other thing you can do is what they call blocking, and I don't usually talk about that because it's really a finishing little technique, but I think people just don't consider it or really know what it is, and they're not aware that some of the other crochetists are doing it, and it's because not a lot of crocheters do it, since we've got the acrylic yarns to work with, which kind of will take shape and kind of keep that shape, whereas with the organics, they could be off, they could be, well, any yarns really could be off a little, but what it does is it gives it a crisper, more defined shape. So the way that you do it is, I'm just going to use this. This is one of our needle felting pads. I'm not going to use this. I'm just going to use it as an example. So you get a pad. It could be like this, or it could be like a makeshift pad, which is maybe a piece of foam out of a pillow. Okay, something soft so you can pin it. So you pin it onto, you can, some people pin it and spray it, others spray it and pin it. If you spray it, then it's wet, and then you can pull it to shape it, and you're just putting the little pins here and here. When it dries, it's just drying it in a little more defined structure in a triangle. So that's one thing you can do. Okay, so that's the triangle. I hope that helped you. I do like the triangles too. I really, yes, I do. But look at the difference. This was a smaller crochet hook. Look, and the difference in the look of it with the type of yarn. And sometimes the yarn is a little knotty, or variations of diameter in the yarn itself that will affect what it looks like. It just does. But anyway, so I thought that was, thank you for saying, yeah, go ahead with the triangle. So what I want to do now is a little sunburst. So we're going to do a sunburst granny square, because I just really, really want to do one today. Unless you were on here 43 minutes, I could go off and come back on with the granny square triangle. And maybe we'll do, what do you think? Are you guys out there scrolling? What do you think? It might be a little easier for you, and I can freshen up my coffee, pick out my colors, and then we'll have, that will just be another video. So we'll do that. And so for you crocheters, get your yarn, figure out what you want for your colors for your sunburst granny square. And because if we do it right now, this is going to be 2 hours. So some of you may want to have that break and then come back. So we'll be right back with that.